welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to share something big, and that is my foolproof strategy for making goals that you're going to stick to in 2023 or for the new year or for a glow up or whatever. I think it's perfect for this time of year because we're coming into the new year, but I think it's also great if you're doing some kind of glow up or you just have some goals that you want to reach. This is going to make sure that you actually reach them. So I think there's a few reasons people don't actually reach their goals or their New Year's resolutions or whatever. I think one of them is because they just make a goal and there's never any thought into how they're actually going to achieve it, so it just never happens. I think people make goals that are too adventurous or too unrealistic for where that person is in their life at the moment they make it, and I think they make ones that are too daunting. So like, for example, I feel like most people decide they want to get fit or they want to like go to the gym every day. Well, going to the gym every day is just unrealistic. Or if you just decide you're going to get fit but you don't have a plan for how to get there, you've no like measurable way to know if you got there or not. So I have this client and she was talking to me and she was saying like, if you don't have a plan for your New Year's resolutions, they're not going to happen. And I don't know if this is what she meant, but I've taken this very seriously and to a whole other level and come up with a very intricate way to plan out my new year. And I'm full on convinced that I'm going to reach my New Year's resolutions and have a massive glow up in the process. So I just wanted to share it with you. Okay, so my foolproof way of making goals, New Year's resolutions, whatever it is you're going to pick your general categories, which is the thing that most people only do. So like mine would be like, I've actually got them written down here. I'm going to show you all this in a minute. But like mine are like, I've been on a bit of a like getting confidence doing stuff alone. So one of my categories is doing stuff alone. One is health, and then it's like fitness health, and then I have another health which is mental health, hobbies and work. So they're kind of my general categories. But that's not enough. I'm not just going to say, oh, I'm going to do better at work, oh, I'm going to do more hobbies, I'm going to get fitter, I'm going to improve my mental health. That's not good enough. So what you then do is you break it down into 3 subcategories, which is 3 months, 6 months and 6 to 12 months. Now the reason I think this is really important is because, like I said, one of my things is I want to go abroad alone this year. But if I just put that on my like New Year's resolution list, it just wouldn't happen because I don't have the confidence. I feel like I wouldn't have the ability, I would get too afraid, I wouldn't do it. But I've broken it down into my 3, 6, 12 months. For my 3 months, I'm going to say, okay, in the next 3 months, I have to go away in Ireland to a hotel by myself. Once I've ticked that off, okay, well in 6 months, I'm going to go away for like a week by myself in Ireland. Well now in 6 to 12 months time, going abroad by myself doesn't seem that daunting when I've done so much by myself in Ireland. Whereas if I hadn't done those things in the 3 and 6 months, I just don't think I would have ever achieved going abroad alone. So I mean, I guess if you come back in a year, you'll see if I achieved it. But I think doing it this way makes it so much more realistic, and you build confidence gradually throughout the year to hit your big goals. See, I think people only ever pick their big goals, but you have to start small and build your way up to them goals, I think, personally. So again, I'm just going to give you some of my examples. So for my fitness, for my next 3 months, I want to finish my Couch to 5K. I'm doing a video series on that. So finishing that in the next 3 months is very doable. I want to continue doing yoga and stretching multiple times a week. I already do that, so again, very achievable. And then when I move into my 6 months, because Couch to 5K will be finished, so this will be easy, I want to run 2 times a week. I want to hike once a month. And then in 6 to 12 months, I'm going to do Patrick. Now, I've always wanted to, but I've been too afraid. And if I had just written do Patrick on my resolution list, I probably wouldn't have because I wouldn't have been fit enough. But now I have a very easy step-by-step way that I'm going to build up to that. And in the months that I have them in for, they're so achievable. I hope I'm explaining this because in my head, this is genius, right? And it's changing my life because I feel like my 2023 is going to be freaking incredible because of the way I'm doing these goals out. Also, I feel like it's a really good way. It's like planned out my year really well. Like I've picked the things I want to do this year, like category wise, and I've basically planned out the next 3 months of my year, the next 6 months of my year, and then the 6 to 12 months of the year. And I think what's great about this is when you get 3 months in, you can review it and you can be like, oh, actually, I think I can do the bigger thing in 6 months. Or maybe I need to add some smaller things into 6 months to make sure that I'm ready to do the big thing in 6 to 12 months, if that makes sense. Now obviously like you could put these together on like Google Sheets. I've seen people who have some seriously snazzy Google Sheets for doing out their goals and all that kind of stuff. Some people have like a board, is it called Notions? which means something very different in Ireland, so I wouldn't use that, but my friend Elizabeth also sent me like a really good Google Sheets that she'd made herself. So yeah, I feel like you can do this all on Google Sheets. I am just a paper person, like I have to write everything down, I have to see it in handwriting, or for me it just doesn't make sense. I probably will transfer this into Google Sheets at some point, but for now, as I'm planning it all out, I'm going with paper, so I hope you can read my writing. But I think like I'm actually convinced I'm going to hit these, genuinely convinced, and I'm a negative person, I'm cynical. Normally I don't even make resolutions because I don't think I'll reach them, so I'm convinced I'm going to reach these. This is like the plan for my year, and if I do all this, I'm going to have a great year and get where I want to be by the end of it. So I think it's great. You're welcome. I feel like it sounds very simple, but when you write it out, it just put me in the most motivated mood and the best mood coming into the new year. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you normally just do like the normal resolution where you do 5 points, like go to the gym, go on holidays, earn more money? Because that's what I would have always done. But let me know if you're going to try this out. Let me know what your categories are and your individual steps for your months if you want to. I'd be very curious to know. And yeah, that's it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very happy with myself and I'm absolutely buzzing. So if you like the video, please like it. Please subscribe if you want more kind of videos like this. I have a lot of mental health, kind of fitness challenges and this kind of videos for 2023 planned. So subscribe and Happy New Year. I want to say Happy New Year because for me it's New Year's Eve, but obviously this video is applicable all year long. So happy whatever day you're having right now, and I'll chat to you after.